All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing and many salutations unto you elect across the four winds of this earth, fulfilling your lots in all truth and all sincerity. I'm the priest Sha'ar from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, coming at you all with another lesson through the Spirit. And Lord's will, this lesson here is edifying to the flock. And I was doing some meditating on a few things today. And I was meditating on victory and immortality. All right? Because when we receive the victory, we will receive immortality. And something that was pondering in my mind was the fact that a large portion of us literally are not going to taste of death. All right? Now, Lord's will, we endure until the end. And you also do have certain believers that will be martyrs for this thing. So don't get it twisted, you know. But where I'm getting at is there's a large portion of us that are going to also be delivered up into the chariots and not taste death. And when you look at it that way, a lot of us could very well be immortal right now as we speak. All right, we're in a time right now where the Lord is about to lift up the standard. A lot of things are going to take place. Like literally when you have salvation in your mind, you know, you start looking at endless possibilities of how you're going to be saved. And this is even before Yahweh Shai comes back and delivers all of us into the chariots. All right. There's a scripture in 2nd Ezra. I believe it's in 2nd Ezra 9. Bear with me one sec. Hold on. Yeah, it's in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. And it says, "And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall perish, Salakia, shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, in whom for the world is created." So it's like, obviously you're going to sit back and you're going to ponder and meditate terrors upon these people that hurt the just so unjustly. But the bigger picture about it is we about to be saved here very soon. All right, we about to be saved here very soon. And like I said earlier within this lesson, a lot of us literally are immortals like right now. We don't know, but the Lord is about to do a lot of mighty things for us. We're all about to be placed in particular situations where the Lord is going to really show out and show who he is. All right, and show us why we shouldn't fret nor be worried. Okay, when that standard gets lifted, we're going to see a lot of amazing things. And even before the complete standard gets lifted, we're in a time right now where the Lord's works are being magnified and he's only increasing. All right, and showing his works more abundantly. So yes, there's definitely a buildup. And in the midst of this buildup, there's going to be a lot of strange things that we're going to bear witness to. A lot of chariots, miracles, all these different things. And it's all leading up and gearing us up to be saved. But the simple fact that we have the vision and we have the victory, all right, and we know the God that we serve and his beloved son, and we have a relationship with us, we're literally knocking on the doors of salvation, which again, dang near makes us immortal. All right, some of us will be immortal, you know. And I was pondering on those precepts. And another one I'm going to go into is one of my favorite ones, and it's in the book of Mark. So I'm currently actually reading the book of Mark again right now. A lot of interesting points in it when you read it. Now this is the book of Mark, the 9th chapter, and the 1st verse. "And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them here that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of the Most High come with power." And there's a lot of things that come with that. All right, there's a lot of tribulation, a lot of drama, a lot of death we're going to see. So it's not going to be all peaches and cream, the elect just wandering through the streets, just waiting on the Lord to come back. It's even written of in Acts, through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. All right, so there's going to be a lot of very graphic things that we're going to bear witness to and things that we're going to experience. But enduring through all of this and keeping our integrity and keeping our faith, that's going to lead us to long life, straight to the chariots. And when you look at this here in Mark the 9th chapter, Yahweh Shai is speaking to his men, his disciples. All right, and this also shows you that those disciples, some of them are in the spirit world, but some of them are here right now. All right, up to 12, and also not even up to 12. All right, you have Yahweh Shai just didn't have 12 disciples. All right, there was a large portion of disciples, and you can even include yourself if you're of the elect. All right, because just as he was talking to those men, he's talking to us today here in the spirit. All right, so he didn't lie. And when you go into that, none of you shall taste of death. That's literally immortality. Being here, enduring tribulation, enduring hardship, suffering for righteousness' sake, being delivered in a chariot, getting a new body, and living forever. There's a large number of us that's going to apply to. All right. So it should really excite us, and it should continue to want to what's the word that I'm looking for? Pretty much power us up to want to continue to do more and serve the Lord. There's a very huge gift that's coming. The simple fact that we could be immortal right now as we speak means a lot. Because these people that are out here, man, these people are hellbound. And when I say hellbound, I'm just going straight to their lifestyles, leading them straight to the grave, starting with these Israelites. All right, but obviously you have the heathen, and none of them keep righteous customs. So when you look at the whole world, these people are dead. The congregation of the dead. We are the congregation of the living. Hey, when Yahweh said, I am the resurrection, when he told Lazarus' sister, that was a big deal. When you read that in the book of John, the 11th chapter. When he had risen Lazarus up from the dead, before he did that, everybody thought all hope was lost. They didn't expect that to take place. Even when Yahweh Shai spoke to Lazarus' sister and said he shall rise, she even responded to him like, yeah, we know he's gonna arise when you come in your glory, thinking he was gonna be arise back in the latter day. But he was talking about, look, you don't understand that I'm the resurrection. You know, and when he said that, he rose Lazarus up from the dead. All right, define the boundaries of physics of life. All right. I did a lesson a few days ago, and in my lesson I touched up on how we're getting ready to see reality bending stuff here. All right, like what we deem as realistic, being mortals, literally when you look at the Heavenly Father, his ways outbound what is realistic and what is not realistic. So to walk over to these people and say I could possibly be immortal, obviously we're prudent, but figuratively speaking, if you walk to a random person and say, look, I might be immortal. Now, obviously, we keep humility. All right, you don't want to just walk around like you got it, but I'm just using a scenario. You know, if you were to walk to a random person and say, do you know I am immortal, or I could be immortal, they would look at you like you have two heads, because that's not realistic to the standard mortal mind. They look at you like you're crazy. But these people in the same breath will be the same one to say, I worship a power, I worship a God. All right. And the reason why I wanted to use that example, because I went into it earlier, how this is the congregation of the dead. We are the congregation of the living. We literally have immortal standards set in our mind. We have reality altering standards that are set in our mind. And all of that gears to our salvation. All right. When Yahweh Shai said the kingdom of heaven is within, that was a bold statement to make, because that literally means a perception that literally works outside the jurisdiction of this reality. And that's a power that's dealing with us. So going back to the initial point, we could very well be immortal. Now you walk with humility, all right? You continue to do your due diligence to make your calling and election sure, because the Lord could raise up a stone any day, all right, to the tribes of Jacob. But keep in the back of your mind, you continue to do the works that you're doing, continue to serve the Lord, you could very well be of that number that gets delivered into the chariot without seeing death. And also, like I stated earlier, just to be fair and balanced about it, again, you're going to have individuals that are going to die first, but they're going to be the first ones to get resurrected. All right, so that's a variation of it as well. But in this lesson, I'm touching up on the ones that are going to be immortal and go straight to the chariots. And Lord's willing, we're of that number. All right, whatever lot we have to serve, we're going to serve it. All right, so I'd rather put it like that. But you're going to have individuals that are of that number, I should say. You know, and that's a very mighty thing. You know, it's very godly, very godlike, if you ask me. So I'm going to end it there. I wanted to just touch up on that for a brief second. It was something that was pondering in my mind. You know, just think of salvation constantly. Constantly think of salvation. Whatever situation might end up happening, troops come kicking your door. All right. Something happens. You might be hemmed up. You might be buried alive. Whatever the worst scenario is, a guillotine might be getting ready to come down on your neck. And while you're meditating on that, also meditate on the simple fact that the Lord can break you out of those circumstances at any moment. And he will, because he is going to raise up that standard. And you have people that he's going to use to do a mighty work through. You know? So I'm going to end it there. Lord's willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachakadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing and many salutations unto you elect across the four winds of this earth, fulfilling your lots in all truth and all sincerity. Shalom.